Okay, welcome back to We Really Shouldn't.
Woo!
Yay!
Episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Four.
Yay.
Four.
That's
what they say in golf, right?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking 4, but they do. But I think that's if you hit it really far.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing?
It's a great thing.
Because you want to hit it far.
Exactly.
Okay. We're your hosts. I'm Zoe Bukovalis.
I'm Julia Scaparrotti. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
You look beautiful today.
Thank you.
Your brows are really, they're like perfect now.
You know, the weather was horrible out, and I was like, I have to throw my hair up because I have no shot of wearing it down.
I think it looks, I tried, and it just kind of, my curls
You have
are
long
sort of,
hair, though, so if it gets wet and a little frizzy, it's kind of like
okay.
beachy waves.
Yeah, okay. I'll go with that.
You look great.
Thanks. I'll take it.
All right, so every week we start off by breaking it down from J to Z, talking about current events.
Yes. And then our segments will include our favorite beauty thing. So I'll start with, if I go missing, make sure to use my selfie with the most likes.
Our next segment is obviously Zoe's favorite, fitness.
Yes.
Exercise, I thought you meant extra fries.
On a seafood diet, I see food and I eat it.
Events, come on Barbie, let's go party.
And travel, not all who wander are lost.
It's true. So let's start it off with breaking it down from J to Z. So a lot of things happened these past 2 weeks. Britney Spears was checked into a mental health facility, I think against her will, not sure, but she was recently just released today, I think. Adele is divorcing her husband. Tiger Woods won the Masters. Yes, it is 2019.
I got emotional about that one.
The Boston Marathon happened. Meghan Markle, there's like some baby drama going on.
Yeah, there is.
The Miss USA contestants just arrived at Miss USA in Reno. And then huge announcement of the SI swim search.
Yes.
All right, so let's dive right into poor Britney Spears.
Oh, God. Brit, my Britney.
I know.
This breaks my heart.
Oh, it really does because she was doing so amazing at her Planet Hollywood residency. And I feel like she was working her ass off. And then all of a sudden, it comes in the news that she's checked into a mental facility.
And I feel like we've gone through so much with her. Like, remember 07, Britney shaved her head, the umbrella, like beating up the paparazzi with the umbrella. Right. I thought we were over this.
Me too. And she has such a beautiful boyfriend. And she always shows her children on Instagram. Yeah. And I thought she was finally happy. But now there's this whole conspiracy on Twitter saying that she was held against her will and that she didn't want to be there.
Wow. I didn't realize that. So she didn't check herself in. This was like somebody had her checked in.
So I don't know what the facts are, but that's what everybody's been talking about.
Can I say something that's really cold and inappropriate?
Yes, please do. Okay.
Her weave, her hair extensions, they hurt my heart to look at. I know that's mean. I know she's in a bad place and mental health is nothing to joke about.
Right. I know.
But
it's Britney Spears.
It's Britney Spears. You're in Vegas headlining. You have a residency.
Right.
And like your trash.
I know. I don't blame her. I blame the people surrounding her.
Who's her stylist?
Right. I blame them.
She needs is it Chris Appleton? Is that Kim K's hairdresser?
Oh, I don't know.
If he's listening, which I'm sure he is. Please reach out to Britney.
I know.
DM her.
I know. And all her fans, too. I feel like we all have her back. I grew up. I mean, Britney Spears was like, there was Backstreet Boys and there was Britney Spears.
I was Britney and NSYNC.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Excuse me. I loved NSYNC.
But so when they say that she's checked into a mental institution, she just got released today. Today, they just had those photos of her being released. And the thing that made me happy was that her boyfriend was walking her out and he kind of had his arm in front of her.
I love that.
And I felt like that meant he was protecting her. Yeah. And it's kind of like, the flashback of that YouTube guy who's screaming and crying and he's like, leave Britney alone.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Zoe, where have you been?
What is this like?
This is from 2000 and back in her first mental breakdown.
When she locked herself in the ambulance.
Yes.
Or no, when she locked herself in the bathroom and they took her out by the ambulance. That was awful to watch unfold.
So I just feel like we really do need to finally just leave her alone. Just leave Britney alone. Yeah. Paparazzi, stop taking photos of her. She's not looking too hot. As a fan, I don't want to see those photos either. I only want to picture Britney Spears with a crop top with a snake around her neck. That's 100%. The only way I want to picture her. So just stop it, paparazzi.
Yeah.
Leave Britney alone.
And I hope she gets better.
Me
I do.
too.
And I hope she gets a better weave.
Me too. And then just, I don't know why we're starting with all this depressing stuff, but Adele is divorcing her husband.
What happened? Do we know?
We don't know what happened, but I think there is a silver lining. And this is going to sound shitty to say.
No, I know where you're going with this.
But Adele makes really good sad music.
We're going to have such a good album dropping soon. I cannot wait.
Hello from the other side. I feel like she's going to have some In My Feelings songs coming out.
I agree, and I can't wait.
And I really feel for her that she's getting a divorce. That must freaking suck.
And they have a child, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, they do. They have a child together.
And it sucks. But as a fan of Adele,
we're going to get some good music.
We're going to get some good music. And I think a lot of people will probably be able to relate to what she's going through. And maybe the music that she writes will be therapeutic to her.
Right.
And therapeutic to her fans.
And we're going to get to watch her date someone else now.
Hopefully she finds somebody else.
She will. She'll find
But remember the video of her that got released of her in a gay club with all... No, you didn't see that either? Zoe, keep up with the times. There was a video of her in a gay club and they were doing spin the bottle. But when you spinned the bottle, if the bottle landed on you, you had to do a dance move.
Ooh, okay.
And that's what she was doing. So I feel like she's kind of like, still like in good spirits, even though she's going through this divorce.
That just made me think of, what is that club in Boston? The gay club we went to.
Club Cafe.
Can we go back there?
Of course.
That was one of the most fun times I've had in the city.
Definitely on our list to do this summer.
Please. Okay.
All right. Well, okay. I feel like you need to announce this one.
Tiger Woods?
Yes.
Winning the Master. So I got very, very emotional about this. I was actually crying. I love Tiger Woods. And when he went over and he hugged his son after he won, and it was very reminiscent of when he hugged his father.
Right.
I love sports and I love the emotional factors of it. I was crying.
I think everybody in the world was crying when Tiger Woods won the Masters.
I did not think he was going to win.
So I was reading a lot of statistics about him, and he hasn't won since what year?
It's been like over 20 years, right?
Not 20, like I think 10.
14?
Something.
I have 22 in my head.
And
that can't be right.
He went through such a rough time with the media.
He had some little indiscretions here or there.
Like banging prostitutes and his ex-girlfriend.
Didn't she try to hit his car with his golf clubs? Which I love, because I'm going to be honest, that's something I would do. And
he lost all his sponsorships and he wasn't winning and everybody hated him. And I hope the ESPYs just open up a genre of best comeback athlete of all time.
100%.
Because it's Tiger Woods.
I agree.
And it's almost like everybody forgot about that. Like not one person talked about that when he won.
About that.
We're all just like, yes, all is good in the world. Tiger Woods is better.
Right.
The best in golf again.
Love Tiger.
It's a great feeling.
It is.
Speaking of great feelings, the Boston Marathon.
Yes.
Which was the first time that it was back on Boston Strong Day.
Yes.
So it was kind of sad, kind of happy in the sense that it was celebrating that whole Boston Strong feeling in the city. And I feel like the weather was the perfect opportunity to kind of, because it was shitty, right? It started the day off raining. And
when
it's kind
I
of
saw that rain, I thought, these poor runners. I mean, it was thunder and lightning. It was bad out.
And, it's the anniversary of Boston Strong. And you're kind of like, oh, I can't believe this is the weather.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the sun came out. People were coming out. And everybody was enjoying the day.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was.
And it's just the best. I really do think there's Red Sox opening day and then Boston Marathon a week later. And it's
perfect.
It is now spring in Boston.
Right.
And it just kicks off the summer.
Did you know anybody who ran?
I knew a couple people. One of my cousins, Kyle, finally ran for the first time. He said he was embarrassed by how long it took him to run it. And I was like, you cannot be embarrassed because you completed it. And just to complete a marathon is a huge accomplishment.
I couldn't walk that over the course of 3 days.
26.2
Never
miles.
Run it.
26.2. I couldn't even picture running 4 miles right now.
No, me either. I couldn't run a mile, I'm going to be honest.
26.2.
That's insane to me that they can do this.
Yeah.
He should be so proud.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Did you know anybody that ran it?
Yes, one of my friends, she ran it. It was her 33rd birthday.
On her birthday?
Yeah, and
wow.
so she decided that she wanted to do this for her 33rd birthday, and she did it, and she completed it. She was actually on the news. Steve Burton interviewed her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good memory to
Yes.
have. Do you think she'll ever run it again?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her, but I was excited for her. I sent her some Forrest Gump emojis, like as she was
I love
running,
that.
just in case she looked down to give her some
Right.
encouragement.
I
Like,
love
"You
that
can
so
do
much.
it." And she
Would
did it.
you ever run like a half marathon or a 5K or anything?
I have always said I wanted to run the Boston Marathon, and I would love to because I really cannot run at all. So it would be a really big accomplishment for me personally. So if you would train with me, I would do it.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'll do it.
Okay.
Because that's a huge commitment.
It's pretty big, but I would try.
Yeah,
I would
let's
do
start.
it.
Let's start and maybe do a 5K together. We'll
I would do that.
work our way up.
Okay, I would do that.
All right.
The only thing is, I've heard
What?
that I don't know if I really want to talk about this. That they wear like diapers. And that you can't go to the bathroom on the route.
Sometimes you lose feeling because your body is going through so much in the
Right.
26.2 miles that
I don't know if I could.
yeah,
commit
that
to
unfortunately when you run, things just kind of
happen.
happen. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll start with like a 5K,
Yeah,
where
well,
that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, we
to
can
me.
handle a 5K.
Okay,
And then, okay, what's this Meghan Markle baby drama?
there's a lot going on across the pond. So I've heard. So Harry and William
Yes.
are not as close. People are speculating they're not
What?
as close as
What do
they
you
used to
mean?
be. They haven't been like body language wise. They haven't been standing close to one another. It's come out now that Harry and Meghan want to move to Africa for a few years to do charity work in 2020.
Oh, is that not accepted in the royal family?
I don't know. They're just kind of doing things a little differently. And so I guess the videos from Easter, their body language was a little off. They weren't together and talking. They were very separate. And so
Interesting.
now Meghan has come out and said that typically, like when Diana and Kate had their children, they come out hours later, like full hair, full makeup, full glam, beautiful outfits with the baby. Like, yes,
Yep.
I just gave birth.
All those
but
pictures are coming in
I
my
look
head. I know what all those
fabulous
pictures you're
and
talking about are.
Everything's great, and it was super easy. And people have commented that that's really not realistic. Most women don't feel that way after having a baby. So Meghan now, she said that she may not come out hours after full glam. She may wait a couple of days. She's going to do her own thing. And, you know, she's always kind of changing things, which I like. They want to have an American nanny,
Whoa.
which is like a big deal because it's not tradition.
Right.
So she's switching things up. I like it.
Yeah. Well, so I think about like Princess Diana and how she switched a lot of things up.
did, yeah.
I do think that tradition is important. I
agree.
And certain things you shouldn't change. But honestly, I don't really think that's that big of a deal.
No.
Like you are in the public, you're the royal family. Like unfortunately, your baby is important.
Right.
So you have to present the baby to the world. Like
Right.
that's just what it is.
But I don't feel like you should have to do it like right after giving
Right,
birth.
right. I think that tradition can be broken.
I
I
would-
don't think that's like a necessary
Right.
thing. It's not like it's like a huge ceremony or something.
I would opt for the full glam after though. Just for like my own pictures.
Of course.
why not, right?
Of course. Of course.
Why not?
Oh. Okay, so this is very exciting for me.
Yes, it is.
The Miss USA contestants just arrived to Reno. It's in Reno this year.
So it's usually in Vegas.
Well, kind of. So when
Okay.
I competed in Miss USA, it was in Vegas. It's kind of changed. So
Okay.
back when Trump owned the pageant, it kind of jumped around to where he had property or where he had casinos or kind of where his hotels were and his connections.
Okay.
Now that he has nothing to do with the organization, I think they're trying to just kind of see what city is welcoming them and
Okay.
what city offers the most to their contestants. And this year they said it was Reno. So the contestants haven't started doing any events yet, so I can't
How long are they
really.
there for?
So the competition is Thursday, May 2nd.
Okay.
Which is also weird. Usually it's on a Sunday.
I was surprised it was on a Thursday night.
Yeah, so it's a little weird that it's on a Thursday night, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And so they haven't started doing any of the events. So I can't really comment on like what they're doing
Yeah.
or how it's kind of changed because I don't really know what's happening yet. I do have some favorites.
Okay. Tell me. I have a favorite too.
Well, of course, I always have to support Miss Massachusetts,
Yes.
Miss New Hampshire, Miss Maine. I know all of them so well from working through production. I worked production for all 3 pageants this year. So I love all of them.
Right.
I want to support them. But outside of that, my favorites are Minnesota and Ohio.
Really? See, I like California. She's so beautiful.
I know. So California is like this tall, long brunette, big, beautiful lips.
she's
Like
gorgeous.
she's almost like a Victoria's Secret
Yeah.
model, right?
She's beautiful. I have to look at Miss Minnesota. I haven't seen her. I don't think I've seen her.
So she's a little like, I actually don't know what her ethnicity is. And I need to
Okay.
do more research on her. But she has that like ethnic look and she
Okay.
wears like a lot of red lipstick and her
Ooh.
teeth are so white and
love it.
perfect. And she's just very down to earth the way she interviews. Speaking, I was Miss Massachusetts 2017. I love when contestants aren't trying to be somebody that they're not.
Yeah.
And that's why I also love Miss Ohio. She's doing this whole movement of where she's not doing Photoshop, which
Oh, I have seen pictures
coming
of her.
from a pageant girl, it's like that's what it was. It was like you would
Right.
take these glam photos, big eyelashes, big makeup, big hair, and it would be like so airbrushed.
Right.
Like you're thinking about pageant photos. Isn't that what you
Yeah.
think
Oh,
about?
100%.
So the movement she's doing is that she's doing more like natural photos.
like
And
that.
she's not doing like the complete glam look. So I think that they might like that since
Yeah.
pageants are moving in a different direction. But I'm excited to see like what they do for this coming
I
week.
love watching. I think we should all try to get together and watch it because I usually am pretty good at picking, and you're very good at picking the winner. We should do like a fantasy draft something.
Yes.
Can we do that?
Yeah, with our friends, we should.
Oh, I really want to do this.
Yeah, we'll set up like a bracket
Okay.
of some sort, or well, not a bracket.
Kind of like
that wouldn't
March
make
Madness,
sense. But pageants.
pageant madness.
Pageant girls. I love that.
Let's do it.
And then speaking of another
Yeah.
competition, the announcement of SI Swim Search. So
Yes.
they're doing it again.
I love it. I think it's great.
Is this their 3rd year doing
This
it?
is the 3rd year, yeah.
It's so smart.
Wait, who won the 2nd year? They haven't announced a
They
winner.
haven't even announced the winner
Okay,
yet.
I didn't think so. I was going to say. Mm-hmm. Wow. I wonder, they'll probably announce it soon.
I would think, because when does the magazine come out? May, right?
Yeah. Comes out like Mother's Day week. I think that weekend. The 10th.
So maybe they announce it like
Really?
right around when the magazine comes out.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember when they announced Camille. She was in Vegas. And I think it was after. It
was
was
after the
definitely well
magazine
after
came
because
after?
it used to come out in February.
So maybe they kind of wait to see like who has
Yeah.
the most buzz. I don't know how they pick.
I don't know.
But so you can go on to Miami
Yes.
Saturday, May 10th and 11th to do like an open casting call, which I've talked to girls that have done it in the past. They do say you're waiting in a lot of lines
I've
for
heard
hours.
that. So I don't think that would be my choice because I feel like if you're outside waiting in line in Miami, my hair, my makeup, I'm not going to look good by the time I get up there.
True. And you might be like hungry and tired
Yeah.
and like not putting your best foot forward.
Right.
Unless you're used to that kind of thing. I
Right.
feel like a lot of models that like go to open casting calls all the time are probably used to
Right.
like waiting in those lines.
Or get there super early.
Yeah, get there
Like,
super
super
Yeah,
early,
be
be
the
the
first
first
contestant.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Or they're doing the Instagram video again,
the video.
starting on May 27th.
Yeah, I like that route.
Yeah, how would you stand out though? If there's so many, how do you stand out on Instagram?
I know, it's so tough. It is.
Like I feel like some
know.
videos don't even get watched.
They can't, right? There's so many of them. But they do say they look at them all.
How do they though?
They probably have a whole team of people just watching them. But what is it that like? What's the criteria? Because someone might stand out to you and not to me. So is it just like,
Right,
who gets
beauty
to watch?
is like so subjective.
Right. I wonder how they really break that down. Can't be one person watching all of it.
No,
Like you couldn't do that.
no. I'm sure there's a team of people that watch. I'm sure they have interns that watch it, and then if like
Yeah.
someone catches their eye, then it moves up the
Right.
the rankings of people.
But yeah, you'd have to do something wild to stand out.
What would you do?
Oh God, I don't
Would you
know.
ever? Would you ever audition
No,
or
I don't
try
think
out
I
or
would.
go for a casting call?
No, I don't think I would. Would you?
It's not my thing.
No, it's not my thing. Although they do need a petite model for SI. I'm not.
You're petite.
I am petite. That's why I said it. But I'm not doing it. I would not do it. I'd like another petite girl.
I feel like I could see you doing it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Right? Really?
I don't know. It's like to put yourself out there like that. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, but if it's something I've never wanted to be a model. That's never been my goal. Like, that's never been something I've wanted to do.
I don't enjoy, I like stuff like this. I like to talk and like show personality. Like, just still pictures isn't.
Swimsuit photos. You were on the cover of the Patriots cheerleader swimsuit calendar, though.
It's true, I was.
I was never on the cover.
You were Miss Massachusetts, so you went to Miss USA. So I think you have that covered.
I guess. All right, so let's move on.
Okay.
So if I ever go missing, make sure to use my selfie with the most likes.
Yes. So have you been using your Busy Beauty products? Because I definitely have.
So that's why I brought this product in, because this is the one I've been using the most.
Okay. And I've been using the dry shampoo the most, but I have used these. So I love the dry shampoo. And I love that with dark hair, it doesn't leave that white, filmy residue that literally every other product I've tried does.
Right, it makes you look like you have dandruff.
Yeah. So I love that. And I used these earlier today. I had a procedure done, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yes.
It's called the Sculpt, and it makes you super sweaty afterward. And I did not have time to shower before I came here. So I had one of the wipes in my bag, touched up, good to go. I smell good, right?
Well, of course you smell good. And I feel like, too, like right now, the weather's like when you wake up and you go to work, it's super, super cold. So you wear like a sweater and a jacket. And then when you leave work, you're like sweating.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this is good for
I agree.
This type of weather right now.
I agree.
And then I feel like a lot of people, too, I mean, this might be kind of gross, but a lot of people work out during lunch.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't have time to take a shower.
Right.
And if you don't sweat, I mean, if you sweat too much, you probably have to take a shower. That's gross. But if you only kind of glisten a little and you don't smell when you sweat, I feel like this is a great opportunity too. If you're one of those people that like to go to the gym during lunch and then you can go right back to work.
And they're really big. The wipes are a good size.
Oh, they're huge.
Yeah. It's not just like a little makeup wipe.
No, it's not like you like have to use, like you feel like you just wiped your armpits and now you're wiping your armpits on your butt.
You can like actually, you can like really take a little shower with them. Like they're big.
Yeah,
they're good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, love this stuff.
I do too.
Have you used the showerless shave gel yet?
I have used it, and I like that it's like a moisturizer. Like you can just rub it right in after, and it's good. And it smells really good.
My legs are so dry and ashy all the time,
especially out of the winter. Yeah.
Yes, and especially with shaving.
Yeah.
So I feel like that gel is awesome for that.
It is. I agree. Love it. Love
What
our
else?
Busy Beauty.
Oh,
Lex Leisure. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about Lex Leisure.
so what is it?
So it's a premium boutique. It's in Southie, right on Broadway.
It's in Southie?
Yeah, it's right on Broadway.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's like walking distance to Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Which is very convenient.
Yes.
You can shop and you can eat some pizza.
Yeah.
So Christine and Chris, their husband and wife, they started the store about a year ago. They just celebrated their 1-year anniversary, and they have some beautiful clothes. They dressed me for the Red Sox game, for Brandon in Boston, for Miss Payne.
Oh, I loved all those three outfits.
Yeah, and
the blue. You wore blue. What'd you wear to the Red Sox? Leather, black pants.
Yes, I wore like a dark denim with a olive green bodysuit. Which if it had been nice out, the whole back of that was like all strapless. It had like 2 big black thick straps, and it was all open. It was so pretty. I wish it had been nicer out.
You'll have to wear it again.
Yeah, I definitely will. And then for Brandon in Boston, it was a navy like silky cargo pants with a really pretty top. I don't know what kind of neckline that was. It was like a high neckline, but it was sleeveless.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was beautiful. And then for Miss Pink, I wore a pink blazer dress, which that was like my favorite. I loved that blazer dress. She had just gotten it in that day.
So do they have a bunch of different brands?
They have a ton of brands. It's all premium. The clothing is beautiful material. They specialize in denim. They have so many different styles of denim. The last time I went in there, I tried on the high water pants. They're kind of in now.
Yeah, they are.
And I actually thought of you when I put them on. They were very, like, I could see you wearing them. But they have a ton of different stuff. People should check it out. They have really nice stuff.
Wow. So is it like, can you just walk in? It's not like an appointment place.
No, and it's very boutique-y. So when you go in, you get their full attention. Like, it's very one-on-one. So they'll walk around with you. They'll help you find all different products. And they also sell LexRx products too. Have you heard of her? She does injectables and stuff, but she has her own line of products. So they sell those too. They have really nice candles. But they really take the time to sit with you and talk to you and see what your fashion goals are, and they'll really pick out the right cut of denim for you.
Right. And like those 3 outfits too that you wore, I mean, Red Sox casual, right? Brandon Boston was kind of more cocktaily, and then Miss Pink was a black tie event.
Right.
So they kind of have
everything.
stuff for every type of event.
They have a little t-shirt that says Little White Lies on it, and I want it.
Oh, I like
I
that.
thought it was cute.
That is really
I
cute.
think that'll be my next purchase.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So like casual wear and
They have everything, casual, dressy, like, and in between. And they have an athleisure line. They have a lot of coats. They had a leopard coat I was eyeing.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to wear it to like the fall, but that's okay. It was really cute.
Right. Oh, I'll have to go in there.
Yeah, we'll have to go. We'll go together.
Okay.
We'll go to Lincoln,
Okay.
go to Capo, make our way down,
All right. Sounds good.
right down Broadway.
And then you mentioned denim before, but I have to talk about these.
I need to know about it.
Even though I'm 27, yes, I wear Spanx. It's a thing. Kim Kardashian wears Spanx. If she wears Spanx, I can wear Spanx. And they just started coming out with actual clothes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have ordered the Spanx leather leggings.
Yes.
And I swear to God, every time I'm like, oh my God, I love your leggings. Where did you get them? The answer was always, oh, those are the Spanx leather leggings. And I was like, oh, but they're $150. Do I want to spend money on this? Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, well, it's spring and summer right now. I'm not going to be wearing leather leggings.
Right,
so I'm not going to buy that. So I went on their website anyways, just to see what they have. And they're now selling denim. And it makes me sound like such a loser.
No, it doesn't.
But I bought Spanx denim jeans.
Okay, so do they have like, because I picture them not having a zipper and a button. Do they have a zipper and a button?
They don't, but they
Okay.
have like the you know, like when you wear denim, like you know, that has the pockets.
Okay.
And it has like the little like, I don't know if they're buttons or what's like the metal studs that are on denim
Oh, I know
jeans.
what you mean. I don't know what they're called, but I know what you mean.
Just like the little like on pockets.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't look like it's like even though it is a jegging, it doesn't look like a fake stupid jegging.
That's why I asked if it had a zipper and a button.
Right.
Because sometimes when they don't, they
It
look kind
looks-
of like a fake stupid
I know.
jegging.
But I've tried it on with a bodysuit and a sweater to see kind of like what it would look like. And girls, it is so worth it. So I
Really?
mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of a pain to put on because they're Spanx. So like when you put them on, it's like you're wearing.
Do you have to like lay down and like wiggle into them?
You kind of do.
Okay,
And
that's
you
okay.
know you have to do like the when you sit down and squat to pull them up.
Yeah.
But then you're like, it makes your butt look so good and it sucks
suck you in?
everything in, and you feel like you're Kim Kardashian. Like that's how
am
they have those
sold.
bodies because
I need them now.
because they literally give you that shape.
Really?
Yes, and
Okay,
I'm not
fine.
lying.
No, I trust you. I'm
swear
getting
to
a pair.
God, Spanx doesn't sponsor this podcast, but I would like you to. I love Spanx denim jeans.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a pair. What color did you get?
I got the dark wash.
Okay, the black or like a dark
jean, like the dark
Okay.
jean
Can I
wash.
copy you?
Yes.
Okay, I might get the black or the dark wash.
I think I'm going to order every color they have. I don't
What?
think I can go back to normal jeans now.
I'm really excited about this. I want to have a like Kim K hourglass type of shape.
That's what you look
Suck me
like.
in, push me up. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't hurt.
No.
Like, are you uncomfortable? Are they comfy?
They're like, well, so they're more comfortable than denim jeans
Because
because,
they have more give.
yes.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I'm sure like after a while it might hurt on your stomach a little bit, but like,
But they don't stretch out.
worth
I
it.
hate when jeans stretch
well,
out.
I haven't, I've only owned them for like a week and a half.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay, I
if
wish
it's
you wore them
stretched out.
today.
I know. I
wanna
wish I put
see them in
on.
person.
Next time I'll wear them.
I'm going to order them. I'm going to order
They're
them.
so worth it.
Yeah.
They're so worth it. I love them so much. Okay, what's next? What do we got? Exercise. I thought you said extra fries.
I could eat some french fries right now.
Me too. I love salty fries.
I'm hungry with chicken fingers. Sorry, I was like looking at the word french fry and I'm like,
You're like,
zoning out.
I don't know
So
what to
hungry.
say.
I had cottage cheese
Okay,
for
so you
lunch.
went to Nurse Fiona.
Yes. Oh, Nurse Fiona's my girl.
So this isn't really an exercise, or is it? I'm confused.
It is an exercise. It counts. Leave me alone.
Okay.
So Nurse Fiona has a ton of different things that she offers. But one of the things that I tried is called the Sculpt. So it's a slimming technology. I don't know all the technology behind it. It's a high intensity electromagnetic frequency thing.
Okay.
Yes. So basically what they do is you lay down, they put this giant paddle on your stomach, and they strap it to you. And I was super nervous. Like I get
Does it have like suction cups? Does it like suction to you?
No, it just lays flat on you. And it has a hose, and it's hooked up to this like machine, electronic machine. And I was so nervous.
So is it like zapping you?
Well, they put it on, and it goes from 0 to 100%, and they start you off really slow. Like they'll start at 10%, 15%. You work up. It's for 30 minutes. I was very, very scared. It does not hurt at all. I mean, I'm a baby. It doesn't hurt, but it is definitely a weird feeling. So what happens is it contracts all of your muscles.
Okay.
And basically you could see my entire stomach, like all the muscles like move up, and it's involuntary. It's an involuntary contraction. So initially you kind of try to fight it a little bit, but then your body just gives up. And because I'm kind of small, I'm only 5'2", it was actually, when you scratch a dog's belly and their leg goes wild. So when the contractions would happen, like my legs would be shaking like wild, and I was like holding them down. I couldn't control it. It's a funny feeling.
So does it shake, or is it like zapping you with like I'm still kind of confused.
It's a high intensity electromagnet. I really don't know. We'll have to have Nurse Fiona on, and she's going to explain the exact technology because I don't know. But it's.
But does it like shake you?
Yeah, kind of. It like feels like it's sucking up your stomach muscles and contracting them and holding it tight and shaking them, kind of. It's the equivalent of doing 20,000 stomach crunches. And let me tell you, because after we finished and they took it off, my stomach, this is so gross, it was dripping sweat, like dripping sweat. So I got a good workout.
So then like the next day, did you kind of feel like you just did 100 million crunches?
Well, but not in a painful way. So that night, my stomach felt really, really, really tight. Not painful, just tight. Kind of like when you're mid-stomach crunch and you hold it. It felt like that.
Yeah. So if you have like a hard workout, that's kind of what your body feels like.
Is that what that feels like? Good to know.
Yes.
Okay. And so then the next morning, it was a good pain. Like it was kind of like when I'd move, I'd feel it, but I'd be like, yeah, I did 20,000 stomach crunches. But I didn't really. I just laid on a table.
And how long did the procedure take?
30 minutes. You have to go 4 times.
And you've gone how many times?
So I did my second time actually right before I came here. And I tried the butt.
Okay, what's the difference between the butt and the stomach?
So instead of the one paddle on your stomach, they put a paddle on each butt cheek. And it's kind of funny. It like makes your butt like.
So you laying on your stomach, or you laying on your side?
You're laying on your stomach. And they have these resting periods. So you'll contract, your muscles contract, and then they'll have a resting period where it feels like you get like little zaps almost, but not painful zaps, like good zaps. And
like good zaps?
It's a good zap. It literally basically feels like you're twerking. Like the butt is so easy, and you can't control your butt, and you can just feel it jiggling and twerking all over the place. And you have no pants on. You're just in the room, just twerking, just laying there and twerking in a good way. It was good. It didn't hurt. And that's 20. So I did 20,000 stomach crunches, and I did 20,000 squats today.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I know.
And how long did that take?
1 hour. 30 minutes each body part. And the FDA just approved arms and legs. So I think next month they'll be able to do arms and legs. Sign me up. I'm doing my arms.
That's
but
wild.
Here's the thing.
Okay, what?
Obviously, I'm not saying that you shouldn't still eat healthy and fuel your body properly.
Right.
You still should go to the gym and work out. You have to be healthy. But it's a great way to get a boost. And I will say this, like for me, I have 2 herniated discs.
Yeah.
I can't work out. My physical therapist said I can't work out right now. So I was feeling sad. I wanted to do something that was good for my body. So this is great. And I heard that it's good for women if they've had babies and they're trying to get their muscles tighter in their stomach and they can't do it at the gym. So there's a whole bunch of different reasons. But they said 2 weeks after my 4th treatment is when I'll really start to see results. And then my best results will be at 3 months, which is July, which is 4th of July, just when I want it.
Oh,
and they last
perfect
for
timing.
up to 9 months. And then you can do little touch-ups.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was pretty amazing. The butt was...
So
I
right now,
I should have taken a video of the butt.
right now, after doing 2 sessions on your stomach, do you feel like it's a load of crap?
No. So that's the thing. Like, I swear to
I feel like so many people are going to be skeptical about it.
And honest, I'll be completely transparent. I was skeptical about it too. I really was. But I noticed immediately, like my stomach look slimmer and I see definition. And I even had you feel it. Like I had no strength in my core. Like when I flex, I can't believe this is my stomach. Like I honestly didn't know if this was going to work. It 1000% works. Wow. Like my stomach feels tighter. And it's going to get better within the next 3 months. So I can't even imagine.
Right.
And it lifts your butt. Like my butt is going to be lifted. And then I'm going to put on the Spanx. And my butt is going to be like up here somewhere. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
Boston's not ready.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We're going to rule legals.
You're starting to convince me.
You should do it.
You're starting to convince me.
With that and the Spanx, legals, roof deck is not ready for us.
Okay, I'm Sculpt.
Okay.
Nurse Fiona.
Yes, and she does a ton of other stuff. She does injectables, she does facials, she does so much.
Okay.
Full practice.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And where is she located?
She's right in Framingham, and she's just like a girl's girl. Like I wanted her, like I just want to sit there and chat with her too. Like I didn't feel uncomfortable being pantsless, and you can't have any metal around the machine. And so my G-string thong, it had little metal things on it.
Like what metal things on your G-string?
I don't know. It's just like a cute
Like
pink
a stud?
Victoria's Secret, but it has these little metal ring things. I'll show you later.
So she was like, you have to take your underwear off?
So she was like, yeah, you have to take your underwear off. So they gave me disposable undies. And I felt totally at home and comfortable. Like I didn't even care. It's just a very relaxing place.
It's the funniest thing in the world.
Metal on it. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I recommend it. It works.
Okay.
Sincerely, it works.
Okay, I believe you.
It really does.
All right, what else do we got on here? Oh my gosh. The Beyonce documentary on Netflix.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
So I saw part of it, and it was amazing. I had to go to work, so I had to.
I'll be honest, I'm not a part of the Beehive. Like, I like Beyonce. I like some of her songs, but I'm not, like, obsessed with her. Like, how people are, like, I'm in the Beehive. Beyonce's, like, my queen, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I don't
like
take
that.
it that far, but I love seeing her live. We saw On the Run tour, too, this past summer
She
at
was
Gillette.
amazing live.
And I saw her twice before that. And she's my favorite person to see live. Like, I feel like when she sings a song about any kind of emotional thing, so like when Jay-Z allegedly cheated on her.
Right.
I'll be listening to her sing, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like, everyone cheated on her.
She
Call
delivers
people up
with
and be
emotion.
like, I get so mad. And then the next song will be like about loving somebody. And I'm like, calling people up.
Right.
Like, I love you. Like, she really like.
It's true. But
yeah.
so this documentary, just what it talked about her Coachella performance?
Yeah. So it was all about her Coachella performance. She trained for like 8 or 9 months. She had just had the twins a couple months before. She did this crazy, crazy diet. She had, let's see, this is insane. No bread.
No bread. Okay,
Yeah.
I could do that.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I do love English muffins, but I could do it.
Yep.
No carbs. So
not even a sweet potato?
No carbs.
How did you have energy?
No sugar,
Okay, I've done that before.
which I'm sort of doing right now, and I can
Yeah.
kind of do that.
Yeah.
No dairy. I could do that.
I could do no dairy because there's so
Wait.
many
Cheese is dairy.
cheese is dairy.
I don't know if I could do that. I love cheese.
Yeah, but there's vegan cheese out nowadays. So you could have like fake cheese.
But I'm Greek. Like I have to have a block of feta cheese with every dinner.
Yeah.
With my dinner every night. I eat like a block of feta cheese.
Yeah, you would have to cut that out.
Okay, that would be tough. No fish. I don't like fish.
Oh,
so
I
that's
love
fine.
fish.
No meat. I die.
And what else? And no,
No
alcohol,
alcohol.
which is normal. Okay, so what did she eat?
That's the thing. I don't
Vegetables?
really know.
Maybe vegetables and grains?
Yeah, I don't know
And
what she
fruit?
actually ate. That doesn't. But
kind of
wouldn't fruit be
protein?
sugar, or is that okay because it's like a natural sugar?
I don't know. How did she do that?
I don't know. She said it was
And
not.
how much weight did
sustainable.
she lose?
She lost a lot of weight. She said it wasn't sustainable. But watching
it's
this
not
documentary,
sustainable.
she dances for so long and she's singing at the same time. She's a powerhouse. Like
Right.
this, you need to watch it. It's life changing, really. Like I just watch her in awe, like dancing and singing, and her voice and her hair, and the way she flips it and booty pops. I just love her so much.
So you are in the Beehive.
I am not in the Beehive. No, I will not say I'm in the Beehive. But
You're in the
I
Beehive.
appreciate her.
I'll have to watch the documentary.
She evokes so much emotion. Like I just get so into it.
Right.
And her outfits were so cool. I heard she wears like 6 pairs of tights when she performs to keep everything like
Yeah, like Spanx.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, ladies, Spanx. It's where it's at.
I'm getting them. I'm gonna wear them to the next podcast.
You won't need them after the M Sculpt.
That's true. That's very true.
All right, so let's move on to the next segment.
All right. I'm on a seafood diet. I seafood and I eat it.
So you and I were at committee this past weekend. We had a big announcement in the friend group.
Yes. I don't think
we're not allowed to say what it is. It's a secret. Sorry, guys. But we celebrated a very exciting announcement. Yes. And it was at committee, which I've only been to, I went to committee once with you, but not to eat.
When did we go?
We just went for one drink.
We did.
Before the grand.
That. Yeah, yeah. I love the grand.
And then we didn't really eat this time around either.
I didn't eat,
But what I did eat was bomb. Are they called gyros? Gyros?
So here's the thing.
Gyro?
They're not called gyros. It's like some weird way to say it. I'm Greek, and now you put me on the spot, and I should know. But I was raised by an Irish Catholic, so it's kind of unfair. My mom's Irish. My dad was at work. I think it's like gyros.
Like a hero or whatever.
Can I ask Siri? We'll ask after.
But the gyro, gyro, hero, whatever that was, with the tzatziki and the chicken, and it was so good.
I didn't try it. But I love the ambiance.
Me too.
And the bathroom is so cool. Did you see the floor in the bathroom? It's like all little pennies.
All little pennies in the bathroom.
So pretty. Yeah.
And then we sat like in the front area, which has couches and some cute little stools. Yeah. And it was a good area to kind of have like that casual like celebration, but you can still sit and talk and hear each other talk. And so it's not like a lounge, but it's more of like a hangout, like eat, like nibble on some bites and talk to people.
It was fun. It was like a hurricane outside too.
I know, it was bad.
It's bad weather.
Bad weather. Ugh, New England.
But I do love committee.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And then another night, we went to Tuscan Kitchen. Tuscan Chicken. I always say Tuscan Chicken.
I say Tuscan.
I know.
Why do I? Why do I say that too?
I've always called it that. It just rolls off the tongue.
I'm like, Zoe, you want to go to Tuscan Chicken? You're like, yeah. No, it's Tuscan Kitchen.
Either way, the chicken parm was bomb. They put so much cheese on it, like fresh mozzarella, that I was taking random bites of my pasta, and there was like, when there's a string of cheese, that's how I know it's going to be good. Like, I want every meal that I have that when I put the fork and I take a bite, there's a string of cheese attached.
Right. But why don't you tell people how the chicken parm is actually not on the menu?
So every time I go there, I ask for, so the first time I went there and I didn't see chicken parm, I was like, I'm out.
Right. Like that's the only thing you get, right? I
just love
from
it
Italian
so
places.
Yeah. I mean, I'll eat other things, but that's like my favorite. And I asked them, like, there's no chicken parm. What's going on? They said they make it for me. I've gone back at least 5 or 6 times. I ordered the chicken parm. No problem. This time, our waitress, she was so nice. Yes. I think she was new. But when I ordered it, she said that's not an item on the menu.
Right.
And I think you saw my face.
Well, because the way you ordered it, Zoe, you were just like you like hand her the menu and you're like, I'll have the chicken parm. And I look at you and I'm like, it's not on the menu. Like usually if you like ask, like you'll be like, oh, like can I know it's not on the menu, but like the chef has done it before. Like could you see if they could maybe make me like chicken parm?
I'm just like, I'll take the chicken parm.
Yeah, you're like, I'll take the chicken parm. And the waitress was like, that's not on our menu.
You're like, no, it is though. They do it for me all the time.
But we're convinced that it's going to be on the menu soon.
Why isn't it? It's like I like to think it's like a secret VIP, like if you know type thing, and I know. And it's delicious, and it should be on the menu. I wonder why it's not.
Well, I lived in Florence, Italy.
Right.
And you can't get chicken parm in Italy.
Are they like protesting against it?
No, it's an American thing. It's not an Italian dish.
Chicken parm isn't Italian.
No. Well, it's it's Italian food, quote unquote.
It's like Chinese food, like American Chinese food, that type of a thing?
Kind of, yeah. People in Italy don't eat chicken parm.
They should. It's amazing.
I know, but they don't. It's not an Italian recipe. It's like the Italians that came to America, they are the ones that started the whole chicken parm movement.
Okay. Well, I love it. Tuscan Kitchen.
Chicken
Kitchen. Should put it on their menu.
Tuscan chicken parm
they should
kitchen.
just leave it exclusively for me. I prefer that, actually.
I agree. Next time you can just be like, I'll have the Zoe chicken parm.
Thank you. And please tell me about the dessert that I had to watch you eat because of my peanut allergy. That smelled amazing. And I think you made a permanent change to the menu.
I did. Okay. So they have, I don't know what they're called, but they're fried donuts with like cinnamon sugar on them.
They smell so good.
And when I ordered them, I like just kind of was like, wait, does that come with chocolate sauce? And the guy was like, no. And then like a light bulb went off and he was like, but we can do that for you. And I was like, heck yeah. Cause like I want to dip, like cinnamon sugar donuts are good.
Right.
But I would like to dip it in something.
What was it the dip that it came with?
Just like kind of like a frosting.
Okay.
Which was really good too.
Yeah.
Almost like what you'd put on like a cinnamon roll.
Okay.
But the chocolate sauce was like a warm chocolate sauce. And when I dipped...
Oh, God, it looked good.
It was. I'm sorry you couldn't
No,
have
I wanted
any.
you to enjoy it.
And that's like the worst thing as a friend is to like eat something
No.
good in front of somebody that has an allergy. But
I wanted you to enjoy it. It smelled fragrant. It
so
smelled
it came
good.
with like 3 or 4 little small donuts and it was good.
It looked really good.
And I guess that's an Italian thing too. I didn't know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's some Italian word for it, but I didn't know what
that.
it was.
Well, it was all delicious.
But it was my first time. I've been to the Tuscan Kitchen in Salem, New Hampshire before.
Okay. But that was your first time in Seaport.
Yeah, which is much fancier.
Yeah.
It's like a different menu than the one in Seaport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 100% a different
I
menu.
love the one here in Seaport. It's so good. So good. And they have my special dish, the Zoe chicken parm.
The Zoe. All right. My favorite segment. Come on, Bobby, let's go party. Yeah. The Miss Pink pageant.
Yes.
10th anniversary.
Yes.
I'm sad because I had to miss it. I couldn't
I was
go.
sad that you missed it. It was beautiful. I loved. They made some changes. They had like a runway this year, so the women walked out on the runway. Erin O'Malley from Mix. Is it 104.1?
Mix 104.1. Yep.
She won, and I loved this. She wore a Wonder Woman costume. And
So wait, let's rewind a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So the
Take me
Miss
back.
Pink pageant.
I get excited. I go right to the winner.
Like we already have the winner. So the Miss Pink pageant started 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's gotten bigger and better every year. But what it does is it celebrates breast cancer. Did
Sorry,
you just get
I got
lipstick
a-
on the
I
mic?
got a little
I have
makeup.
lipstick on my
I got a
mic
little
too.
makeup on the mic. You know we've been here.
So the Miss Pink pageant gives an opportunity for breast cancer survivors, and some are still fighting
Yeah.
the disease, a day to be pampered, talk with one another, share their story, and then by the end of the night, they're kind of like a completely different person.
Yeah.
So they're trying to redefine beauty and like let these women know that it's one of the hardest times in their lives that they're going through, and they have the support. And sometimes just to kind of explain your story and have that platform of the Miss Pink pageant to kind of show off the fight and the courage that you have in front of the people that love you, in front of strangers too. It's very empowering.
Yeah.
So the money that's raised from the Miss Pink pageant goes, I think it's like 89 cents to the dollar.
Yeah.
Goes right back into the community and gives families dinners, transportation. They've even given a car to somebody before.
Wow.
Yeah. So the money that is donated and raised that night is super important to the community.
And there was, I think were there 10?
10. Yep.
There were 10 contestants. Every one of them were beautiful inside and out. Their stories were so powerful. I was crying. Everybody was crying. And it was really, and there were so many young people there too. Sometimes when I think of breast cancer, I think of maybe like an older person, but there were people in their 20s who were affected by this. And one of them, she's having a baby. She's welcoming a baby this summer.
Wow.
She's only 28 or 29. So it was a beautiful thing to listen to their stories. The judges must have had the hardest time because how do you pick? I mean, they're all so inspiring and so amazing.
Right.
I said it before, but Erin from Mix 104.1, she won. And typically the women come out in their beautiful evening gowns. And she came out in a Wonder Woman costume. And I loved
So why did she do that?
So when she went to chemo, the first time she went, she noticed everybody, obviously it's a difficult thing. Everybody was really sad and kind of down and the energy was kind of low. So she wanted to do something to kind of lift everyone's spirits up because when she's on the radio, she talks a lot about feel-good stories. So when she went in for her first round of chemo, she decided to wear the Wonder Woman costume.
Oh, wow.
And she'd bring little gifts like prayer beads, socks, different little things for the women that were in the room.
So she's
like,
thinking about others when
everybody
she's
else.
going through this.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was amazing. Her
Wow,
story
she is
was
special.
just amazing. And so she wore the Wonder Woman costume. And it just, like, when she walked on the stage in that costume, I was just like, yes. Like, I felt empowered. Like, you could feel that strength. And she did bring joy to other people. So as much as it was difficult for them to choose, they definitely, I think, made the right decision because I think she'll be a great representative. And any of them would have been, really.
Right. So now she, throughout her reign, so for the next year until they pick another Miss Pink, she's kind of like the ambassador.
Yeah.
She'll go to a lot of events, represent the Miss Pink organization. She'll meet with other women that are, battling breast cancer and sharing her story, which is kind of like she kind of is like Wonder Woman in the community, right? Like it's kind of, that is what Miss Pink is. She's like Wonder Woman.
And it was nice to see, you know, because I feel like we have that sisterhood from cheerleading together and our group of friends. And you could see so quickly them spending the day together and going through this competition together. They quickly became a sisterhood.
Right.
So I really liked watching it because I'm looking at them. I'm like, you guys are going to stay in touch. You're going to share milestones.
Right.
Like, it's great to have that support.
When you think about it, like I think that's why like you and I got so close because we went through cheerleading. But when you have a friend that doesn't go through something the same, I mean, even though they are so supportive and you love that person, they don't really ever understand what you're going through, right? So you and I knew exactly what we were going through together when we were in cheering. And so I think when these women meet other women that have fought that disease and have a similar story to them, I think that's why they grow these instant bonds because it's finally somebody they can talk to that went through the same exact thing that they went through.
Exactly.
And it's not like talking to a friend or a family member that kind of, you know, can sympathize you and support with you, but they don't really understand exactly what you're going through.
So it's nice to kind of see that dynamic taking place.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people that have competed in the Miss Pink pageant, you know, they joined. They're part of the Miss Pink sisterhood now.
Oh, and
what?
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this.
What?
The hosts singing Shallow.
Yes. What? So who hosted the pageant? Lauren from AMP and Tom Leyden from Fox 25.
Yes.
Shout out to Tom because he listens to our podcast.
Yeah, love Tom. I did not know Tom could sing. I did not know. And he's a good singer. Like,
really?
I was blown away. So Morgan, who was a Patriots cheerleader, and she was a Make-A-Wish. I don't know what kind of cancer she had.
She had eye cancer.
Okay. She obviously is a survivor. She, through Make-A-Wish, her wish was to she wrote a song, right? And it was put on an album. Yep. It's a beautiful song. So she performed it. It was beautiful. Everybody was crying. She's just a stunning young woman. Then they said they were going to do another song. So I'm like, okay, what are they going to do? Well, Tom comes over. He starts tickling the ivories.
He starts playing the piano?
I think he did, yeah. I have to look back at my video. And they start singing, of all songs, Shallow, which is not an easy song to sing.
That is not easy.
They nailed it. But, I was not expecting this. No. I did not know Tom could sing.
Who knew?
I did not know. But he is a good singer. And I just had to bring that up because I was like, whoa.
I'm so sad I missed it this year.
I know. We missed you. We
missed
you.
I do want to talk about this one thing because I want to go back.
Okay.
And I tried to get you to go out on Saturday, but we had to call it an early night. Limelight.
I'm going. Tell me all about it because it sounds like a place I would love.
So it's kind of like the opposite of what we would normally go to.
Which I like that, though. And
the people that go there are probably like, what's like a nicer word than creature? Like, what's
my God.
Yeah, like the crowd.
Think of a nicer word.
The crowd there is a little
creature,
like kind of creature-ish. So like what it is
we're gonna get jumped when we go there.
No.
If somebody hears this, they're gonna jump us now.
No, I love Limelight. Like I'm a Limelight fan. So what it is, it's near the W Hotel, and it's like a karaoke.
Okay.
I don't want to say a karaoke bar because it's not a bar. Okay. So like obviously it is a bar. Like obviously they have alcohol, you drink and whatever. But there's a stage with 3 different types of microphones that you can choose, or you can,
What's different about them?
So, like that, it has like an old school microphone or just a normal black microphone. I think there was like a sparkly microphone. So you can pick which microphone you want.
Okay.
Then there's props. So you can pick like a hat, a boa, a blow up guitar. So there's props.
Fun. Okay.
And then there's like lights. So like you're not just in a bar singing karaoke. Yeah. You're like on stage.
You're performing.
So to do this, you kind of have to so this is why I use the word creature, is like, you kind of got to get a little drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I would need
because
to
you're not just like in an Irish pub singing karaoke. Like you have to have enough confidence to get up on stage and sing.
Like perform
for
do a show.
For a group of strangers.
I want to do this. So the only time I've ever done karaoke was with you, our friend Jessie, and Camille. We did Spice Girls when we were in Mexico or the Dominican?
Dominican.
We're in the Dominican. We did Spice Girls. That's the only time I've ever done karaoke. And I was kind of hiding behind, we were all singing at the same time. But I've never,
Okay, this is literally
going... nervous.
This is like a talent show at PBD High. This is like... That's what I can acquaint it to. Like, it's like, you don't really, like, you obviously don't have to be a good singer. It's all about, like, putting on a show and being funny and hilarious.
If I had a boa, I feel like I could do some moves.
And they have like every song possible. And if you want to become a creature, go to Limelight.
I know what I would pick.
What would you pick?
Hands down. B-52's Love Shack.
All right. And that's a good song because
when I do the Tin Roof Rusted, like, I'm going to bring the house down.
You always want to pick a song that people know.
Yeah.
And that people
like,
can sing along and like go along with you.
So you've gone. Did you sing?
I did a Total Eclipse of My Heart.
Oh, that's such a good one.
I crushed it.
Yeah.
Crushed
it.
it.
Do we have a video of that?
Oh yeah.
We're going to have to put it on the We Really Shoudn't
and I jumped off the stage. I was a creature. I was creature status. I was creature status. I jumped off the stage and I ran over and I started singing to like this
creature?
This is so mean to say. Like,
oh no.
Like, he was kind of like overweight and I like got really close to his face and I feel like he fell in love with me instantly as I was singing Total Eclipse.
He's probably still thinking about you. Like,
I know. I'm still
about
thinking about him. And we had that connection. Like, I was looking him right in the eye singing.
So maybe when we go back, he may still be there. He may just go there just to see if you're there.
Hoping that I'm there.
Singing your song.
Maybe.
That's your song with him.
But yeah, we have to go to Limelight.
Okay, I 1,000% want to do it.
Okay. And then we have a couple more things to talk about.
Yes.
And then we're wrapping up this podcast.
So
travel.
Yes. Not all who wander are lost.
It's true. So I just got back from my Vegas trip with my family. Yes.
So jealous.
You heard that correctly. I went to Vegas with my family, which I will say it's a little weird. My parents are 70. Mm-hmm. My sisters.
But they're cool 70.
They are cool 70, I will say. Well, they're going to kill me. They're not 70 yet. They're 68, turning 69.
There's a big difference.
I mean, they're almost there. They're almost 70. So we chose to go to Vegas because my parents are obsessed with Aerosmith and they have a residency there. And I was talking to Julie from Dirty Water, Julie Fairweather, earlier because she saw the same show. And we both agreed.
Yeah.
I love you, Steven Tyler. I love you, Joe Perry. But the show just wasn't worth going to Vegas for.
It wasn't like Vegas
I hate
status.
to say that. It just wasn't like a Britney Spears residency show in Vegas. Like, there was no pyrotechnics. Like, there was no like. I saw them recently when I went to Super Bowl. They were in Atlanta, and that show was 10 times better.
Wow, you would think Vegas, like all the glitz and glam, would be
especially with Aerosmith.
Yeah,
because they're the bad boys of Boston.
Right.
Like, they're our hometown guys.
Yeah,
not good. I mean, they were good because they're Aerosmith, right? Because they're rocks. They're like rock stars, and they have the best music ever. But it just wasn't like a Vegas show.
Yeah, when you go to, like, if you saw them in Boston, you'd expect that.
Right. If that show was in Boston, then I wouldn't think anything of it. Like, I would
go
be
to Vegas. You want it to be like
if you're traveling if people are traveling from all over to see them, you would think that the show would be a little bit different.
Right.
It wasn't.
But you saw Backstreet Boys.
But then
you had an encounter with a non-creature.
So this is funny. So people always laugh when I say this, but my dad brought me to Backstreet Boys because like 20 years ago when I was like 7, 8 years old, he was the one that brought me. So like my first concert ever was the Backstreet Boys. My dad brought me and my sister, and now my dad knows literally every single. I'm really using the word literally correctly right now when I say this. He literally knows every single word to every single Backstreet Boys song. So we went to the Backstreet Boys show. It was the 20th anniversary of I Want It That Way. So they obviously did this huge thing about I Want That Way. They were presented with like an award and all this stuff. And then towards the end of the show, they performed. So we had decent seats, but I wasn't close up to the stage.
You looked close.
Well, I mean, because it's like right.
Yeah,
so it was like a Vegas theater, so it's closer. It's not like, I mean, it's like 4,000 or 5,000 people that are in the theater. So no matter where you sit, it's not a bad seat. But towards the end of the show, they perform a song like kind of like in the audience. Yeah. And then so Kevin was right near me singing the whole song when they performed. And then at the end, they all had to kind of like walk down the aisleways to get up on stage. And I swear to God, I have the video. I put it in slow motion. Nick Carter, I'm just like waving to him because there's like security guards. So like, I don't know, I get nervous sometimes when I see security guards. So I was just kind of like waving. I didn't want to like reach out and grab him or do anything crazy. Like, I didn't want to get like kicked out of the show. So I'm just like kind of like smiling, waving. And he comes right over to me, singing to me. And he like puts out his hand. And I'm like, oh my God, Nick Carter's hand is right in front of me. So obviously I like grabbed his hand. And then he kind of like, it wasn't just like a, He like held my hand as he walked by, and I like looked deeply into his eyes, and I was like, oh my God, if I was 8 years old, I probably would have started crying.
So you guys had a moment. And
I
I'm
feel
not
like
saying,
we had a moment.
I'm not saying this because you're my friend, because I watched this video several times.
Yeah.
He recognized you. Like he did.
He did too.
He did. He recognized you. You guys had a moment.
We had a moment.
He reached out for your hand.
He reached out to it wasn't the other way around.
No one else's hand.
No
one else. He doesn't hold another hand.
It's
just
true.
your hand.
When he walks down the aisle, he doesn't grab anybody else's hand.
And so we posted it on We Really Shouldn't. And please tell them.
He liked the post, guys.
Nick Carter, verified.
Carter, blue check mark. The real Nick Carter.
He likes We Really Shouldn't, guys.
He listens to We Really Shouldn't, and he liked the post.
He liked it. He knows who you are.
I think
you guys had a moment.
He is married with kids, but
wait, he's married with kids?
Oh yeah, they all are. But it was a good moment. I'm sweating thinking about it. Right
I know.
Now,
I just started sweating too. I'm like, okay.
Wow. So that was our episode 4.
Yeah.
And as everybody knows, we end our episodes with our We Really Shouldn't Ask This Question of the Week, where listeners, hey listeners, you're listening, submit us a question. So send us a DM on Instagram at Julia_Scappa.
I'm keeping my name.
Yep. What's your handle?
Zoe Bukovalis.
Spell Bukovalis. Yes.
B as in boy, UCUVALAS. Bukovalis.
Right. Or
it sounds.
We Really Shouldn't, which is just We Really Shouldn't.
Yes.
Like it, follow us, DM us. So why don't you read the question?
Okay. Our question of the week came from listener Christina, and she wants to know, ooh, this is a good one. I could talk for hours on this one. Is it okay to Facetune or use apps to edit your Instagram photos?
Okay.
Okay.
So it's hard to say yes or no for this question. My initial thought is yes. You can do whatever you want to your photos.
Right.
But don't feel like you have to live up to that Instagram model that has 500 million followers and like that's her job.
Right.
Like she has a stylist, a whole crew. Like it's not just her in her bedroom taking selfies of herself. Like
she has the ring light.
The ring light. You kidding? Those Instagram followers?
Yeah, they have like
Instagram
legit
models. No, they have like a legit like lighting set up with a camera and like they have like a legit team, and every single photo you see that they post, it's kind of like looking at Vogue magazine. I know that's like a bad comparison because it's not. I mean, Instagram's not Vogue, but like it's like a whole team of Vogue. Right. A whole team is like creating this Instagram.
Right.
So like, don't ever feel like your Instagram. I mean, you could be a college student, you could be a mom, you could be a nurse, a teacher. Like your Instagram doesn't have to look as good as the Instagram model who has 500 million followers.
I agree.
So don't ever try to feel like you have to Facetune and change to be that person. But I will say, if you have a picture and say it's like, I don't know, the Red Sox game, and you want to post that you are on opening day, but you have a huge ass pimple on your forehead.
Smooth that out, girl.
Go ahead and smooth it out so you can post it. Like, that's fine to do. Do you agree? What's your opinion on this?
So first and foremost, I always think you should do whatever makes you happy. Like, don't care what other people say. Do you?
Yeah.
I think that it's totally fine to Facetune. It's totally fine, in my opinion, to use apps within reason. I think when people start looking like a totally different person, not to mention you don't want to like go on a date, meet someone online, you go on a date, and the guy's like looking around the bar for you, and you're like, no, it's me, because you look like that different.
Right, you don't look like your Instagram.
And that makes me sad that someone feels like they have to try to make themselves look that different. A little enhancement or a tweakment, I'm on board with, but don't go overboard. But I think it's just do what makes you happy.
Right.
I hate when I see like someone's Instagram page and every single picture is them with like the doggy filter.
Yeah,
because
they're covering their nose and their eyes and their So
MTV did a whole show. They brought back the True Life.
Oh.
And they did I'm Addicted to like Snapchat filters.
Yep.
And these people are actually getting surgery to look like Instagram and Snapchat filters. You know, they make your eyes look bigger and your nose smaller, and
Yeah, this is a dangerous path.
it's a dangerous path. So I think within reason, don't try to look like a totally different person, but you can enhance yourself a little bit, sure.
Right. Like if you're looking tired, go ahead, smooth that under eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your teeth are looking a little yellow because you had coffee that day,
Brighten them right
go
up.
ahead, brighten
Yeah.
them up.
I don't see anything wrong with
Yeah,
that.
but you don't have to be like changing the size of your nose and
Right.
changing the size of your eyes and making your waist look this tiny.
Right.
Like,
And I will say,
what?
I have a secret little thing that I like to do on Instagram.
Oh.
It's like a weird little secret sick thing that I like
Oh,
to
I
do.
love secrets. Go.
No, you actually know about it. So I like to, but for our listeners,
Oh,
I like to find people's bad face tunes.
yeah, we do. We do like to
And
do
we send
this.
them to each other.
We do like to do this.
And I have found people, and I will not call people out, but influencers that people know very well with millions of followers who have like cinch waists, cinch arms, and I can see that the background is like more like morphed. And so everyone does it. Like even the most beautiful people. It's just Instagram is an unrealistic thing. It's
agree.
like not attainable. It's not
agree.
a real world.
No.
I think that it's so fake. People put out what they want you to see.
Right.
And there's so much that goes on. So I think it can be dangerous. People just do what makes you feel confident and happy.
I
But don't
agree.
go overboard because
I agree.
Instagram's fake. It really is. A lot of it is fake.
I think only follow the things that make you happy.
Yes.
With that being said,
Yes. Follow us.
If we make you happy, follow us on social media.
Yes, please. We really shouldn't.
We really shouldn't.
What do you think?
We got to end it.
We do have to end it. But what do you think? Like, how do you think we are? How do you think we're doing? We were doing a 1 to 10 rating. So I feel like we should continue.
I feel like we're good. Like people are coming up to us being like, we loved episode 2 of We Really Shouldn't. And I'm like, oh my God, really?
Somebody asked you about your cough. They asked you if you were feeling better.
Yeah. And I'm like, how do you know I was sick? And they were like, you had a coughing fit in episode 3. And I'm like, oh my God, you listened?
Listen, and the sweetest girl found that McDonald's has a McFlurry, Cadbury McFlurry, because she heard about my mini egg addiction,
Right.
which
We have fans, Zoe.
it's happening.
We have a lot of fans.
Yes.
We need to come up with a name for our fans.
That's what I've been like thinking of. Like, what could we call that?
Episode 5, we'll have some
We're gonna
names
have
for you.
something. Okay.
All right, I think it's stuck.
I think so too. We think we have to say it.
I think we have to say it.
Yep.
I think we got to give the people what they want.
They want this. They're expecting it. We can't let them down.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Toodles, motherfuckers!